Are you ready?
How's it sound?
Very good.
How's it guys, RODE here, your local brand ambassador for RODE in South Africa. So I'm stepping a little bit out of my comfort zone today because RODE has introduced the NT1 5th generation. Now this is not something that I would normally use. I normally use something like a cold shoe mount, the Wireless Go 2, which is what I'm using now, or I'd use a dynamic microphone or a USB interface microphone. But RODE said, hey, do you want to check this out? And I'm a tech guy. I like everything about tech, and this does have USB, which we're going to get to, so it didn't really take that much to bend my rubber on. Now, the RODE NT1 has been embedded into RODE's history since it started. It's the most iconic microphone that RODE has introduced into the market. Now, it keeps with the 5th gen, its sleek, sexy looks, but packs a whole bunch of new features. Onto the basics. This is a large diaphragm cardioid condenser. Now that means that it's got a pickup pattern that looks like an upside down heart, and it basically takes best clarity from the front and starts to reject towards the sides. Now if you know anything about RODE, they are always thinking ahead, meaning that this microphone is so full of specs and features, but what we're going to do is we're actually just going to run through them one by one, or rather the main ones. The first feature is the most important in that it's got dual connectivity, which RODE actually has a patent out on. Now it has an XLR connection as well as a USB connection, meaning that through XLR you can get your general analog signals, but now a whole new world's been introduced with the USB interface, which I'm going to dive a bit more into just now. The next feature that I want to talk about is the one that everyone's talking about, and that's a 32-bit float as well as this microphone being unclippable. Now, what this means is through the digital interface, plugging it into USB, you can sneak up to your significant other and be able to capture every single footstep and then scare them and be able to capture every little bit of fear and terror in their voice in perfect clarity. Because this is a large diaphragm cardioid condenser, the history of this microphone has always been that it's appealed to musicians as well as singers. But with the USB element, it's opened itself up to a whole new market in that it can be used by people like myself. Basically, I would be able to use it now, as well as any other content creators. Now, what I mean by that it's opened itself to a whole host of new content creators is that if you think about Instagram, we have those plethora of cat videos, but imagine being able to hear every single nuanced detail of your own cat. It also has the ability to have duos. Or even things like professional editing for voice acting.
Gollum has a new precious, and it's the NT1 5th gen. Yes, my precious.
There is a pop filter included, so for your plosives, obviously in some of the roles we were just very ambitious with our Gollum, so we didn't even think that process would cause a little bit of plosives. So now if you put the pop filter on, you'll be able to listen to the previous precious versus
Now, this is the shortest conclusion that I've ever given. RODE, I'm not sending you this microphone back, and I don't think you want it back ever since my cat licked it. Thanks guys, cheers and goodbye.
I'm going to do a few of my favorite scenes. Let's start with the stupid fat hobbits.
You stupid fat hobbitses! What status, precious? What status, eh? Gollum. Gollum.
How's it sound?
Very good. It's like Caesar just came into my house and just decided to play on the guitar. Sean Valchemit just like, oh, he's gone. Cheers, Sean. Thanks for playing, eh?